Alliance Quest, new heroes, 4 of them. Let's talk. Starting from the junior fellow. Yona is a rogue, nature hero, so he can dodge. Bear family bonus is available to 1, 2, 3 heroes, where defense ailments turn into defense buffs for the percentages mentioned. There is a passive 5% health recovery when the hero receives a buff or a positive stack. Looking at the stats, they seem to be regular, rare 3-star fellows, but this health is a good number. Why? Because he's a support hero. Pause or claws at fast speed is the special, where you draw a card for a specific effect. So when you fire this hero, a card is drawn, and there are 2 options. There is a gentle paw option, which boosts health of all allies by 300, and all allies get plus 20% defense for 3 turns, which increases 10% each turn, capping to of plus 40%. The other special option is Deadly Claw, which reduces max health of all enemies by 300. In case there is boosted health on the enemies, then an additional 300 is reduced. All enemies get minus 20% defense for 3 turns, adding minus 10% each turn, capping at minus 40%, which is really cool. If the card draw is Deadly Claw, this is freaking awesome. Makes this guy really crazy. But because there is a gentle paw added, he can be taken along as a healer also. The only thing is, one is not in control. So really an interesting character. Will he get used? I might try him because he's fast speed. Otherwise, if he was average, I wouldn't even look at him and would not even level him up, because there are clearly others. He wouldn't get used. But fast speed, well, gotta have a little fun, man. That's the only thing that is left in the game. So, interesting character. Let's go to in and out. The 4-star fellow is also of nature element. Is a druid, Raleigh, or Raleigh druid class, which means he can call a crazy ass minion. Part of the stag family. So here the attack ailment turns into an attack buff for 1, 2, 3, 60, 70, 40, 60, and 70%. Same health recovery on a buff or a positive stack. Looking at the stats, 656, 714, 1272. So attack and health's regular for an epic, but this is a good number. Relatively higher, 700 plus is good. When I look at Aether power numbers, fully, resource numbers, 935 defense really makes him interesting, but limited use because of something which is scribbled below. Tome of the Stag at slow speed boosts health of all allies by 500. Excellent. All allies get plus 30% attack for 5 turns, adding a 5 each turn, capping to a plus 50%. That's damn good. All allies get plus 24% mana generation for 5 turns. I would call him to be an excellent hero. Only difference, slow speed creates a limited utility, but all 3 aspects of the specials, fantastic. That's it. Excellent. In Rush, he would be a super asset. In Rest, he is still very useful. And after firing for the first time, that plus 24% mana generation starts improving things on a rolling basis, provided there are tiles on the board, of course. let's go into the legendary. Daemon is a fire legendary, fighter class, ability to revive. Stacked family, we know how the attack ailments turn into attack buffs. Passive, we know how 5% health is recovered on a buff or a positive stack the hero gets. Going straight into the specials. So this is a massive attack stat. Wow. 1069. 947 and 1631 are damn good numbers too. Blood petals, which is really weird term, but okay, at very fast speed is special. Being very fast really is handy, super handy, I should say rather. So he dispels buff from the target, blocks talent skill activation for the target for 3 turns. Both are damn good because, I mean, talent skill is painful, especially those toons with their full-blown, super talent being activated or whatever the term is. Then there is a whack he gives to one target, which is 485% at this attack is a good number. Target cannot cast any new status effects on enemies or allies for 3 turns. So cannot give ailments and cannot give buffs. Ailments to enemies and buffs to allies. But there is a question mark. So let's find out what that is. Additional info. This includes stacks. So the target cannot give stacks, any kind of a stack, whether negative stack to enemies or positive stack to the allies. This only includes status effects cast with special skills. Brilliant. Which means special skills, which is scribbled over here in this area, cannot be fired, but special skills from, rather skills from passives and family bonus, those impacts will happen. So what typically Daemon does is when he fires, he stops the impact of the talent class and all the special skills. But this and this stays active. Excellent hero. Very fast speed, 1 fire for sure, 2 fire, second time firing, fairly good, and even a third possibility of the specials being fired, which means you could stop 1, 2, or even 3, or maybe a repeat of the first one. And in today's speedy play, this really comes in handy. And plus he's whacking 485%. Wow. That's really cool. And 3 turns stopping the target is really nice. And of course, dispel. So you open up, whack somebody else, stop. Wow, really cool hero. Let's look at this holy chick. Paladin, Winnie, bear family, so status ailment connected to defense is replaced by defense buffs. Health recovery on buff and blah. 927, decent, massive, which means tanky. Ursin, protection at slow speed. That itself puts you off, but let's read. Cleanses status ailments from all allies. That's nice. First is cleansing. Boosts health of all allies by 900, which is really nice. So there are heroes like Jove that gives the ailment that a massive portion of the boosted health cannot be got. So that has been cleansed, and then full 900 boosted health goes on to each ally. All allies resist. Similarly, I think Aradia stops boosted health, and that is cleansed, and 900 is given to all allies. Then the next one is all allies resist max health reduction for 5 turns. That's really awesome. Of course, she has to fire first for all these benefits to be there. Then all allies get plus 60% defense as long as the caster has boosted health, and this effect cannot be dispelled. Okay, so caster has boosted health, and there's enough protection put in place for this defense up to be there on all allies. So she's going to be absolute gem in a rush. And even in regular play, I would say, of course, slow speed does reduce utility or even usage. But if one pushes off from there, she is brilliant with a whole lot of specials. So yes, limited utility because of the speed, but still excellent specials. And that's about it. I think we've covered all. Good luck for getting them, and in case you have pulled some, congratulations. Interesting heroes, join the game. Cheers, and see you in the next video.